I think there's two parallel paths that they're going to take different approaches to. One is bring back the Rust Belt. Hey, blue collar jobs are coming back. We're going to make stuff here. The other one is strategic industries. We need chips, medicine, supply chains, drones, rare earths, whatever. That one has to happen.
So Fort Knox is deficient.
Deficient, or do you think we don't own it?
Well, that's the matter. Possession's 9/10, Dave. If we have it there, if we sold a lot of paper against it, that doesn't matter. We can just renege on those contracts.
Right. So
What
you
really
think that
matters
actually the bar counts are down? You think the bar
That's
counts
right.
are down?
To
Okay.
me, what matters, I mean, in a war, in a financial war, what matters, possession will be 9/10. So yeah, we might have loaned some of it out too on paper, but that doesn't matter.
Well, I mean, it could be that in the current regime, that 50% of it is owned by other countries.
Absolutely.
Now, I agree with you.
And we can
Okay.
also say tough shit. We're not honoring that.
No, I got that. I just wanted to know which
I think,
which
but I think,
one
I
you
think
were
the
saying.
I think the bars are deficient by definition.
Do you remember when they said the bars were peeling and shit like that? Do you
Oh yeah,
remember
well,
those stories from
here's
about 6 or
here was a
7
great
years ago?
data point. Remember this was probably 10 years ago. Remember when Germany asked for a lot of their gold back?
And we couldn't give it to
Well,
them.
we
Yeah.
told them it would take them 7 years, and we actually got it back to them. They were satisfied. But guess what? In theory, they sent it to us after the war, with the notion being we want to send it over there in case Russia overruns us. We want you to have our gold. So that's why they did it. Well, we didn't send, and they sent bars. I mean, it's, gold comes in bars and with hallmarks and everything else. You can tell which bar is which. We didn't send them back what they sent us. We sent them back gold. It's not, they had the right to say, give me bar number 123 because that's what I sent to you. We didn't give them bar number 123. We gave them a bar, but not the one they sent us. So that further cements the suspiciousness of it all. And then there's an analyst named Ronan Manley who's on Twitter. I highly recommend you all follow. He's probably the deepest guy in the gold market, and he dug into some of the paperwork on it all. And there's just no doubt in my mind that we just don't have all that gold. I mean, but by the way, though, that may be why all the gold imports in the U.S. have been surging so much recently. I mean, maybe Bissett and Trump said to themselves, "All right, if we're thinking of going," I mean, remember, I mean, you got to kind of read the clues. It was really important when last summer Bissett said, "This monetary system is unbalanced and not working, and we need to change it. And I think it needs to be changed in a way that looks something like Bretton Woods, and I want to be at the table when that occurs." Now, that to me, that's a very strong signal that he understands Triffin's dilemma and he knows we got to fix it. And I know Trump isn't smart enough to understand it on his own, but I also know we've heard that, when Trump came in and interviewed Bissett to have the role as Treasury Secretary, he said, how the hell are we going to get out of this? How are we going to deal with this debt? What are we going to do? And my sense is Bissett, is thinking we got to do a monetary reset here. And then he said, we're going to do an audit of Fort Knox and the gold. Well, he got read in and he did kind of an informal audit and realized, oh, fuck, we don't have what we say we have. So now all the imports are coming back. I mean, this is just Larry's crazy theory. I don't know if any of this
Well,
is true.
Bissett also assured us that it does get audited and we know we have it. He said that.
Did he? I don't know.
Yeah, he did.
Early on he
He
did,
did.
but he's been real quiet about it recently. Like I say, I think he got read in.
I think something that Bissett knows here is that you can't, one of Trump's ambitions is to rehome the American manufacturing base, and that's part of what tariffs are about, at least in Trump's mind. And, I think Bissett knows that you can't rehome the American manufacturing base without solving Triffin's dilemma. And that if our chief export is dollars, we're just going to keep exporting it and getting cheap plastic crap from China. And, there needs to be, it's really interesting, these comments he's made, about there needing to be a new Bretton Woods, and then saying that Bitcoin is a rising store of value. And then you think about some of the, talk about, demonetizing gold and remonetizing Bitcoin at the same time. And I don't know, do we have the minds in the government that are capable of doing that? Like, I would love to see that happen. To me, that's the preferred outcome.
I think Bissett has it. What I don't know is if they have the political courage to do it.
Right. It's a big move. Big bold.
It's an enormous move, and to get from here to there, and the entire Keynesian establishment's going to go absolutely batshit. That this is the stupidest thing ever, proposed. And so, it is what it is.
By the way, if we do end up doing that, 100%, the NSA invented Bitcoin. Like if that move ends up happening.
I don't know about that. I don't think the NSA invented Bitcoin, but maybe they did. I don't think so. But
well, they did say alongside auditing the gold, they were going to audit the Bitcoin. And what if they come up with 1 million coins in this audit? Because the NSA invented Bitcoin.
How many coins are there
wallets.
supposed to be? How many are there supposed
Well, there's
to
1
be
million
right now?
coins supposedly missing in Satoshi's wallets. So that's like a million coins I'm referring
They're
to.
supposed to
That
have
might,
like, yeah, the U.S. government has like 180,000, but some of them
No,
are owed
they
to
have over
different acts.
210, they have over 200, and we haven't heard much about where those are either and who's got the keys to those. You know,
but to think that the U.S. government's going to do an audit to find 3 Bitcoin is kind of ridiculous. Like, that's not material. So it was a weird thing to say in my
Well,
mind.
the FBI has been mining Bitcoin for a while now. That's known. So like they have Bitcoin. We don't know how much.
And going back to rebasing manufacturing quick, I think there's two parallel paths that they're going to take different approaches to. One is bring back the Rust Belt. Hey, blue collar jobs are coming back. We're going to make stuff here. The other one is strategic industries. We need chips, medicine, supply chains, drones, rare earths, whatever. That one has to happen for our own future. Whether or not that actually brings back jobs, very few. Do we really think we're going to onshore the shitty jobs in America? No. Let's pull Mexico in. Let's have our side of the world be our new manufacturing base that we can have strong alliances with. That's the only way that makes sense to me.
It's intelligently though, the thing they've done a really good job in a lot of respects. I mean, identifying the fact that our consumer base is a very big thing that we shouldn't just give everyone in the world access to. That's a really intelligent thought on their part. And so, I mean, I think, and Groman's done work on this. It's very good. That shows. I mean, and one of the things they've got to get the dollar down. I mean, the dollar just, that's the Triffin's dilemma thing, Huddle. I mean, they really need to talk or do things that suggest that the dollar's going, and they're doing it. I mean, they're doing all these capital controls. I mean, if the stock market falls apart, I mean, think about investing in. A lot of the U.S. stock market is foreign money that comes here because we are the safest place to be. Well, if suddenly your CEO or your president starts doing crazy shit, suddenly we don't seem like the safest place to be anymore. So, maybe it was an intentional plan. Foreigners start to pull their money. The stock market goes down 10%. Then the dollar goes down 10%. So if you're a foreigner and you had stock that you bought at the end of last year, the market's down 15% and our currency's down 10%. So in less than a quarter, you've lost 25% of your investment. And you might be thinking to yourself, gee, am I going to hang around there or am I going to pull more out? I mean, to me, this is the relentless bid under gold and Bitcoin. I mean, they just are, the U.S. Treasury is just proving itself to be a third world-like entity. And, what gold is telling us, we don't trust you, Fed. We don't trust you, America. We don't trust the government as it's currently constituted.
Not to mention that we stole Russian assets, which I think will turn out to be a historically important moment.
That was a stupid.
That was beyond stupid. That was during World War II. We did not confiscate German assets.
It was a jump the shark moment for America, truly.
So, I mean, my sense is, you sell the dollar, you sell the bonds, you sell U.S. stocks, you buy gold, you buy Bitcoin. And, all the people who got wealthy on this fiat bubble are going to see their wealth severely diminished. And all the people who understand what real money is are going to, I mean, it's the first shall be last and the last shall be first. I mean, and I think it's going to be rather stunning. To me, it's going to be the largest transfer of wealth in the history of the world.